come up that's gonna spark you up. The nigga that's gonna take you out to eat. What's up?
Gonna drop the wood off.
Drop the dick off. Okay. It's harder to get A, B, and C. So now I'm about to get off my game for some dick. This nigga up and leave the day or tomorrow. Then now what? Now, bitch, you dumb. You dumb. Now, because you back at square one because you wanted some nut. No. Get your shit up. No. Let that nigga know I don't need you. I don't need him, okay? And then... Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do the intro video for the conversation for tonight. This will be technically not part two, but this will technically be what do I want to say? Episode 2 of our podcast together with me and my husband. He's supposed to be here by now. I'm not sure what's going on. His phone is dead, so I just wanted to go ahead and do an intro video now to insert in the beginning of our conversation so you guys kind of know what's going on. I'm trying to think of a good name for our podcast. I was thinking like Married Millennials or some type of play on both of our names together or something like that. So I'm still kind of working out the kinks as far as a name for us, but I am striving to bring every Monday, which would be Married Millennial Mondays, you guys a video of a conversation piece that we do. So this one today will be about Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy basically said, and I'll go back when I do the video with my husband, I'll read word for word exactly what he said, but basically women who are too independent end up lonely or pushing a man away. And so I think that is a super, super good topic to talk about, to discuss with my husband, because we've kind of hit that roadblock before, or what do you call it, a speed bump, or however, we've passed that now. So I think that is a great topic to talk about. Again, I'll have him come on and we'll discuss it together, and then I'll try to intertwine a few couples also. And most of the time we talk to married couples, but that's not like a motive. This podcast is for just relationships in general. You can be married, you can be engaged, you guys can just be together, you know. This is just basically for millennials, for people that's my age, that are in relationships, that have questions. I just want to make this relatable. I want you guys to know that you're not the only one going through whatever you might be going through in your relationship or kind of feeling alone. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck on my end, and I know my husband will too. So they just kind of give you both sides from a man and woman perspective, from a couple that is married, that does have a blended family, that does have kids together, that's at least been married 3, 4, 5 years now, you know. So just want to come and give you guys our 2 cents on various topics and conversations, like I said, just to make us a lot more relatable to couples and whatnot, just so you guys can relate to and understand and have a better insight sometime on situations that come up in relationships, you know, that might be a taboo or, you know, cliche or something you don't really want to talk about or step on toes, or however, we stepping on all the toes on this show. So stay tuned. We're going to try to do that tonight, that conversation piece tonight, that Trick Daddy touched on, and then I'll compile everything together. But this is just an intro to our podcast, Married Millennials, or Reek Siege. I don't know. We'll think of some cool name. If not, Plan B will be Married Millennials. And now, like I said, I'm going to try to push for every Monday, Married Millennial Mondays, to have a discussion piece posted for you guys. So see you later. Bye. This video is long overdue, so let's just get into it. The topic again was Trick Daddy slams women for being independent. Says women who are too independent end up sad and lonely. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Women that are too independent end up sad and lonely. I can agree with that. Can't be too independent. You gotta need them for something. You gotta make them feel like a man. If not, then you're not gonna stick around.
I definitely feel like I think his delivery was a bit off, because I feel like I understand what he's saying. I'm kind of straddle the fence a little bit here, because we were kind of in that situation. We definitely experienced that, and so I feel like, again, his delivery was off, but I do understand what he was saying, more on the aspect of like, okay, a man does need to feel needed in the situation, or he does need to feel like at some point you need him for something or being needed or wanted. I mean, needs and wants are different, but needs are definitely more important. So like he definitely felt like or in that situation more as in a man needs to feel needed. So they need to, if it's just as simple as taking out the trash or paying some bills or, you know, certain things like that. And so in that situation, going back to us, I know for me, I've been working since I was 16. I mean, like sidekicking, next till, paying bills, doing my own thing. So it took a lot for me to, in a sense, when I say take my cape off, to not be so superwoman, to not be that superwoman type of, you know, person. And so with that being said, it took a lot for me to step down and have him lead in that way to where I wasn't working and he was paying all the bills and, you know, doing that type of thing. And so with that being said, you know, it is, we have come a long way far as being women and not having the right to vote, or men at one point were the breadwinners or doing everything and we were in the house. But, you know, times have changed. Women are bosses, you know, now we've been bossed up and shit. We doing our own thing. So it's like now, no, we do want that independence. So it did kind of come off like, oh yeah, if they doing them, then they don't need us, you know what I'm saying, or if they doing them, then,
too much,
you know, and that, like I say, I get that sometimes also, but just on both aspects, more so coming from being so independent, it is kind of hard to just stop, you know, your flow of things to have someone else do that. So for it to come off like, yeah, now y'all want to do y'all own thing, or y'all want to be independent, so to speak. Now y'all don't need us now. Y'all gonna end up lonely with cats. Like, no, not like that, motherfucker. Like, we can do our own thing now, so don't take that from us.
It's nothing wrong with y'all doing y'all own thing. I don't think that's where he was going with it. You know what I'm saying? I think his more so less is like most men. See, this is the thing, man. This whole independent thing, or this I don't know if I'm using the right words, but this, you know, more of a masculine role that the female is taking now. As men, we've been brought up to take on that role, to be that in general. But at the same time, we can understand a woman being independent, and so we could sit back and kind of maneuver a little bit, allow y'all to kind of, you know what I'm saying, take on some shit, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, it's like when it's time for a man to really take charge, then we got it's a back and forth situation, not necessarily between us at now.
Yeah,
but
no, not in like a personal aspect, but just go ahead.
Nah, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, it just be too much. Like you gotta know how to play the position when the position is being played. Like, you know what I'm saying, not everybody, like I said, it's like a lot of times I've use the example of basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gonna be hot one day, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna be on. You gotta feed them the ball. You can't be trying to outdo your teammate, you know what I'm saying? It's not a competition. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's give and take in the situations, but a lot of times the female ego of this so independent thing is so vicious that they miss out on opportunities, they miss out on good dudes, just doing the most. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta realize when you're doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, again, both ways, and not wanting to go back to history, but you gotta remember too. Again, we didn't always have the right to do these things, or we couldn't always boss up, or we wasn't always the ones working, or we had more so gender roles in the way in which we were the ones in the house more.
Roles, though. I mean,
it don't necessarily have to be now. No, and you know what I mean, far as the gender roles changing in a way in which now women are not always majority of the time home and just the man is working. That ain't how things usually go now, and that was more the way of it before. So I'm more so saying that to say, like, that's a reason why too. Now it's like, yeah, now I can boss up. Now I do have more opportunities. I can do A, B, and C. So why is it that now I'm doing my own thing? It's like, oh, bitch, you about to be lonely.
Nah,
but then on the other aspect, what I was saying, or how that plays into, again, us also, it can be too much sometimes. It can be overwhelming for a guy, again, to not be needed or to not feel that, because we've had that where you've saying, like, I know you don't need me. And again, that goes back to me working too, that if we are paying all our own bills and we are doing our own thing, then what are you really needed for, the dick? And then if that's the case, then they got some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that ain't, you know, but again, I do understand that can come off too much, and especially the ones just like, oh, I'm just. Now, and I don't want to say use the word savage in that way, but like, yeah, I don't fuck niggas. I don't need them. Whoop, I got my own. That is a lot. That can be like, okay, ain't no room here for both of us. There is a part that a man and a woman plays in a legit working relationship. You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? There are measures where women do need to fall back a little bit and let him do that. Even if you just need to bite your tongue sometime or just let that play out. You know what I'm saying? There are those times where it should be more of, and the man is supposed to be the head of the household and not, you know, trying to be religious in that way. But so that is that type of order, you know, to the home. So I get that in a way that can be too much just in a regular relationship, not even marriage, that like, yeah, she doing all this. It's like, okay, hold up. Like, you know, that can come off as a bit much.
And there's nothing wrong with being independent, you know what I'm saying? The thing when somebody's saying being too independent, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't fly off the handle. Most people be like, oh man, I can't do this, I can't. Now we can vote, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it ain't even like that. It's like you can still do your own thing, you know what I'm saying? But understand that at certain times, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta step in. As a man, I gotta do this, or I gotta handle this, or it gotta be like this, you know what I'm saying? Because then it don't look right on my end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things as men we grow up looking forward to doing for our family, contributing in certain ways and being a certain way, and then now we get there, now we gotta fight with the missus to get it done, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't the cool way to do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think a lot of times the words be taken out of context, or not necessarily that, but people, it's being said in a way that it comes off more aggressive, but that's probably because of the emotion behind it when it was said.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying I think his delivery was off too, but you kind of get the gist of what he's saying. Like, it can be overpowering for a woman to be that much in charge to where the man doesn't feel like he's needed at all, and then now you will be lonely, because I do want to be in a position where I'm felt like these pieces of the puzzle are for me to fill in on my own. Because
in that same note, you be so independent that then it'll start being issues in the relationship, because then you be like, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, and you ain't giving me a chance to do this, you ain't giving him a chance to do that. He came home to trash out by the curb, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, fucking everything. The floor been clipped, the floor been with the super the mop, like the vacuum.
Now, I don't know where you going with this one now.
No.
Because I will say, I mean, even going in that room, I mean, and that can go into a different conversation, because now it's like, I don't want to wait all day either if you to come in the house later for the trash to be taken out, or for this to be swept, or for that to be done. And then I get that's about to be over, that's on your time type of thing. And that can be, if you want to call it that, fine. But it's more so like, I don't want to wait until later for this part what the man would have done to do it. If I could just go ahead, just get it out the way now, because by the time you get home and yada yada yada, you know what I'm saying. But I still get what you're saying in that way, to like, if I'm supposed to do these things and then you're already doing it, then what's left for me to do? Why am I here?
And then if I sit back, and I'm like, all right, so now I'm just chilling. So since you doing everything, now I'm just sitting back chilling. Now it's like, what's this nigga doing in my house? He just in here sitting around. I'm doing everything, boom, boom. But shit, now, nigga, I'm just trying to get out your way. You doing everything, you know what I'm saying? You doing this, you doing that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's a toss up. Well, I don't want to say it's a toss up, but it's a situation that creates another situation. You know what I'm saying? A man wants to feel like a man, like he doing something, like he contributing to his house, like he making some shit shake, making it all happen. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily making it all happen, but you know what I'm saying? He's doing his manly duties and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of, like, I don't want to say, there are still some gender roles, things to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you got men who cook, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You got, You got stay-at-home dads, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't. I feel like a man that's a stay-at-home dad under way more pressure when that woman come home because she's so emasculated up that I'm the superwoman. You know what I'm saying? She be doing the most in the house. I'm pretty sure of it. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things where it's different because a man just want to be a man role. That's his role to do these certain things. It ain't necessarily him being the only the sole breadwinner of the house or this, that, and third, but he go to work, he come home, he spend some time with the kids, he do it, you know what I'm saying? He just on his man time shit. You know what I'm saying? He never, not necessarily, I don't know too many men, and I'm proud to say that, you know what I'm saying? And I've heard stories of where you got your man, you know what I'm saying, come on, where's my dinner, that shit better be here, this, that, and the third. I'm not like that, you know what I'm saying?
Straight bitch.
Like, I'm not like that. I don't know too many niggas, too many dudes like that. But I don't even think I know any. I'm not.
I mean,
I probably knew one.
Even speaking on now, coming into that like background of relationships, I was gonna touch on that too. You got to remember, some women too have come from those relationships where they don't have that extra partnership or they don't have that support even if they were there. So now I have to boss up and do what I kind of do, you know. So if I get used to a role like that, it's kind of hard to come out of being that person that's always been to want to have to do and be on an ABCD. So now it's like, okay, that's almost, you know, a shift in the atmosphere. Now I'm having to kind of conform to those ways, and not that I'm saying that they're bad, but just in general, that's something that now I'm having to adapt to or change, you know, for better, you know.
But see, that goes into another situation, you know what I'm saying? Another part in this is because that is a big thing that happens in a lot of relationships where women, they bring in the baggage from the last relationship into the previous relationship, and now the guy who's in this relationship is pretty much fighting the battles that the last guy was dealing with, and that's not fair at all. When you get into a relationship with somebody, because what happens is one thing that women, I feel like a lot of women don't realize is that men go through shitty relationships too. Men deal with shitty women, you know what I'm saying? Women that cheat on them, women that treat them like shit, demasculate them, and do things like that.
So two things then. One, I will say I have been in that situation too where I say don't, fault the next for the past, you know, and I get that, and that's definitely easier said than done because that takes a lot.
I mean, but that's mostly, and I hate to say it like that, but a lot of times that's more so on the women's side of things because a man can walk.
And that was my second part. What I was gonna say was because see, men love harder, but women love quicker. So there comes that thing where like, yeah, men have been in such and such too, but yeah, it takes a lot most times for men to actually be heartbroken or be fucked up by some shit because they can move the fuck on, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times women, and that is one of our faults or downfalls too, that we fall into a relationship a little bit more emotional than we should.
And I don't think that we move on fast or we don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, like I said, I can't bring in what happened in a past relationship into a new relationship because
no, I just think that y'all love harder when y'all do love, and then you can like be fucking with somebody, you know what I'm saying? But it's a difference when I'm fucking with her, you know what I'm saying? And then now I'm hurt by something that happened, then I'm taking a little bit harder than I was with A, B, and C hoes that I ain't really tripping off. You know what I'm saying? But then more so times, Keisha was tripping off Mike and Craig, cause you know.
But men be like that too. Men be like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another false thing. You know what I'm saying? They like. Nobody wasting their time with a bunch of people they don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like if trust me, if she just
niggas do for the pussy, niggas do. Like niggas doing whatever sometimes pulling all stops and stunts.
Niggas be in love with a bunch of junks. You know what I'm saying? And don't know what to do. But the one that press them the most be the one that end up with them. You know what I'm saying? And that be what if the nigga. If cuz is in there to like he just in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like he just out here just saying what like I'm going for broke, and now the ones pressing them are the ones that getting the most attention, and then they're gonna start weeding themselves out, and then that's gonna be that. But I think, man, if you was just a jump off, you was just a jump off. Like you not getting no time, no effort. Like, but if niggas is going through the effort of dodging pitches and going out and this that, and the third, the nigga love that girl just as much, or he something about her. It's like it's something about her, just like it's something about her. They fucking with all of them. So that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that.
And then now, you see the girl. You see the shoe on the other foot as the girl now, because he's fucking with all of them. I'm the all of them type of thing, to where now I'm in that position where he fucking around and woo woo. I'm needing to boss up, or I'm that way because of these niggas like this. So then now you get a nigga that come in that's better. It's harder now to put your guard down. Like, okay, let him do this, or because that's something that you're not
but
used
women
to
in that
also.
same situation too, because just like you said a woman could be fucked up over John and Greg because she was loving both of them at the same time. I said niggas be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the only difference is that Slim, I might have been fucking with Slim like this, you know what I'm saying? And then she did some Bama shit, and so now I'm fucking with Slim, you know what I'm saying? But then, she did some Bama shit too. But at the same time, I might be introduced to somebody else. Now I'm on another vibe. But at the same time, I never got this junk was probably talking to her, but this junk was lying to me. So, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not treating you like a liar, you know what I'm saying, boo. This junk might have been, you know what I'm saying, stealing from me, you know what I'm saying, so I'm not treating you like a thief, I ain't a liar, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of times that's what happens. And when it comes to females, the last nigga was a cheater, so the next nigga is definitely a nigga, he a nigga too, so of course he cheating like a motherfucker too, you know what I'm saying. The nigga before that, you know what I'm saying, he was lying all the time, so now this nigga, you definitely be lying about shit, and you be cheating, you know what I'm saying. It's like, no, you know what I'm saying, like you can't, like that's the one thing that women do differently than men, is that women they put the last guy in the new guy in the same category as the last guy, and say give him a fair try, you know what I'm saying. And some dudes don't, and then that's where that independent shit come into. Cause now I'm too independent to even try to deal with your shit, even though you ain't got no shit to deal with. But you've been given this pre-existing shit that now you're fighting against the whole time.
I mean, but think about it though. Mm-hmm. Think about it though too, and that may be one of those double standards also. But more times than most, a bitch done fuck with 98% of niggas that's been dogging shit to the point where she needed to have been on her shit anyway to let a nigga know, like, I don't need you, flat out. So like now even though you may be that person to come up and actually do, at this point you're needing to in some ways unfortunately prove that now that you are such and such way. I don't have to be this way because nigga Mike and John or whomever have done that or said that too, and then I've been in this situation where now I'm fucked up again off some shit where I didn't have to. You see what I'm saying? So in those situations, it is unfortunate to where we do have those times where we base the last now on you, but then it's hard to decipher now who's doing what.
Because a lot of situations, I feel like, you know, I feel like you could put two guys in the same situation, right? And one of them could be like, that nigga, he gonna go all the way in, he gonna try to get the cheeks and all that shit. And then the other nigga, he just a chill nigga, you know what I'm saying? But he just out the way. But
see, you've been in more situations where you got more legit guys. Women have been in more situations where they have not experienced those legit niggas for real. You gotta remember that too.
I feel like a lot of times,
I ain't saying off no unicorn shit, but like there are more situations where we have been in where them niggas was just trash. Like, and so at that point you've been needing to be on your shit, so you don't gotta depend on no nigga. Let them know off gates that I don't need you, because I don't want you coming in this joint feeling like I can't do this without you. And
then put it in the perspective of niggas knowing that females are like that. So I ain't no bitch nigga. So I'm going in there, I'm going hard, because if she don't need me, I don't need her. So these are the issues in these relationships, and this is the problems with a lot of people, and not understanding what's the point of a relationship, what's the reason for being in the relationship, and the root of and why you trying to be in this relationship. There's so much antagonizing situations, or I'm trying to test you, like for what? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of back and forth bullshit that you will get yourself in some shit and end up being by yourself and not having nobody, because who wants to play games? Nobody's down to play no games. Some people just not for that shit.
And that just comes into communication. Relationships take a lot of talking, a lot of just communicating, even about things that you don't think is as necessary.
But no, I would say, but even before getting into the relationship, you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand. You gotta understand why you want a relationship or why you want to be in this situation. It's almost because at the end of the day, for real, it is almost like a business. I'm saying you gotta treat it like a business. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can, but there are a lot of men who come into relationships or think that most women are gold diggers, so to speak. You know, or that like she need me for this, or I'm buying this, or I'm doing ABC. So again, I don't want you to feel like you're needed in that way, at least financially, and that's the biggest part anyway. So it's like if you really don't need me there, then what is the man there for? So it definitely is supposed to be some type of balance, but a lot of men feel because of that stigma of where if I'm the man and he bringing home the most money, now it's almost like a downplay thing where you need me, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, I had this house before you, or I was doing this, or I got this Benz, or don't think that I was sucking fucking to get ABC. Like, I'm doing this shit. I'm me, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing this, you know, and that sometimes becomes that cape or shield that you have to put on. And then now you do have the good person that comes along. How do I know now who you are? So again, that is that attitude that comes off like she too much, man. She is, that bitch gonna be by her damn self. I get it, but like, come remember too, or get yourself familiarized with maybe where she has been also, to get to that point where like, why do she feel like she needs to be so upfront or independent to where she's doing so much on her own? Has she been having to do that or A, B, and C? Again, I just think the delivery was off, but I get it too.
And I get that, and I get that, and I respect that aspect of it. But in the same defense as men, a lot of women don't realize that men been through them same shitty ass situations on the vice versa tip. You know what I'm saying? And a lot
see,
of
and men don't show a lot of emotion too, and so how do we know
taught
now
not
what?
to? You know what I'm saying? And see,
that's another
but see, this is the thing. This is my thing, right? All of these things we can say, they're not urban legend. Everybody know these things. Like, men are taught to do this, women are taught to do that. You know what I'm saying? Men are, you know what I'm saying, don't cry, boo, boo, blah, blah, blah. Women, you know what I'm saying, emotional, woo, woo. These are all, like, even though you got select few.
Be strong, never let it be carried off.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got your select, you got your your few that are like out on a different wave or blah blah blah, but a lot of these characteristics are the same. And even knowing these situations, I feel like a lot of times people don't use that. And it's like, if I know, like, emotionally in a relationship, a man might show his emotions differently. The woman got peep how your man shows emotions, you know what I'm saying? So in certain situations where it's like, man, you can notice when something bothering him, you can know when something hurt him, and instead of antagonizing it or ignoring it, you know what I'm saying, find a way to get in, you know what I'm saying, and get them together, you know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the one thing, if just like if we can sit and say that, oh yeah, you know, men talk not the boom boom, like, oh yeah, boom boom. Well then, if you know that, then you gotta find to be the telltale signs. And I know most women are fucking detectives, so if you can find out passwords and emails, then you can figure out expressions.
I mean, that goes down to just you or finding those things within yourself too, because now if you know you're that type of person who can't show emotion, that's a lot of can't show, but okay, if you're taught not to, then now you're you're not doing that. So now you've grown up in years in of having these behavioral habits of not showing emotion or of not whatever it may be. So now that's a lot of pressure to be on one person to say, like, figure these way out to get me to do this. That's something that person or people in general need to realize first or accept or understand. So that goes within yourself to know that I am that type of person where now I haven't been able to or been in situations where I am showing emotional understanding or knowing or learning how to adjust or adapt or communicate on certain things, you know. So now that's something that, again, communication, where we both need to figure that out and get to the point where we know what's needing to be done, I guess, so to speak, in order to work on that. But if I'm not knowing that that's a person who wasn't taught or is not in haven't been in relationships prior where they show emotion or where they talk about some things that's not really like, that may be like a taboo. Now so now we're in a situation where that communication is already cut off, so now we're not even knowing where we're falling, you know what I'm saying? We're not, you know, we're coming to a point where now we're not sure what's going on to create the bigger issue, I guess. So
I guess to a certain extent, but at the same time, that same dude is being considered a liar or a cheater because of the past dude. So you can give him all that.
Okay, that's extra. Like, all right, I'm not about to come into it like, oh, this like he likes off bucks. We already know light skinned niggas is liars, right? That's a common just, it's an unwritten rule. Like, so okay, so that's not to say that, okay, if you were light skinned, every light skinned nigga now I'm running into, he's gonna be a liar. That's kind of OC. That's a bit much. Like I say, that was one of those jokes or whatever have you. But those type of things, like you say, when you come into it, like already know, oh, this nigga about the whoop whoop. You know, like that. That's kind of extra to come into it like that, or having that. Definitely, you want to be open about the situation or to whatever is coming. But that's kind of a stretch. That'd be a stretch too.
No,
like,
okay. I'm just saying, if this guy, if you would never get to know what you would never really know what this man going through or what's really on his mind, because you've already placed previous blame on him on some other shit.
Prejudgment.
You know what I'm saying? So now your mind ain't even, you're not even caring about what's really going on with him, because you've already placed the past nigga shit on him. And that's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, you're not even giving him a fair shot to understand. You didn't come in here with an open heart necessarily. Like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with him and how he is. Boom, boom. I came in like, nah, this nigga's a cheater because all niggas is dogs and da 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 da. And he probably lying about everything he's saying anyway. So now I gotta get through all this.
So independent. I need to stay.
Yeah, I gotta be like this, and then now I'm going hard, and then the whole time this nigga like, man, fuck this. He just like, nah, I'm not dealing with this shit.
All right, okay, and I get that. Now on that aspect, yes, she is wrong, but in the same way you're saying that you're not taught to then show emotion, and in her background, she's not taught now to be this way with niggas, right? So at this point, you guys both need to come into the situation, not so much proving because love doesn't prove, but just coming into the situation in a way in which you both know what's needed to be done. Because now, instead of you being like, man, all right, man, fuck it, I'm about to roll, then you could say, okay, now I'm on my end, I'm going to figure out a way now to show her that I know you don't need me. What's the Drake quote? That's
the problem. That's the problem.
What is the quote back? Pause it, because now I want to think of the Drake quote. I'm going to put the quote in here. All right, y'all, Drake about to come up there.
The guy came into, guys are taught to be a certain way how men are meant to be. She came into, not she, but
it's fine.
You got the guy in the situation, you got the woman in the situation. No, I'm not. No,
I am. I'm thinking about the woman
in the relationship, you got the man, your man. They both come into this relationship. He come into this relationship that he fuck with her, he trying to see what's up with her, right? Boom, boom, boom. He just, you know what I'm saying? As a man, we don't share certain emotions. We just boom, boom. But I'm fucking with her. I ain't worried about the last chick I'm giving her. This girl's coming to him like he cool, but he probably a dog just like the last nigga, and he some shit. He probably a lie just like the last nigga. Boom, boom, boom. She's not even trying to figure out what's going on with him. Like, he's not even. There's nothing even wrong with him. This is personal behavior. She not even trying to figure out how he is because she's put somebody else's shit on him. She not even trying to figure out, oh, he's just a quiet nigga because he done went through this or boom, boom, boom. Like, nah, he quiet because he a lie, he's sneaky. He trying to figure out what to do so he can get around and get some other cheeks. And because the last nigga was some shit, so this nigga some shit. So at this point,
those
he like,
can be
nah.
OC ways, but again, that's how she has been. Not so much talk,
No,
but that's
but
the
no,
experience
but-
in
but-
which
but-
she's
but-
in.
but he was
to
just
be
in this-
like,
but he
okay,
was
you know
just
what?
in-
I need to make sure that you know too that
But
I
he
got my
was
ducks in a row.
but he was
so
just
don't
in
come
a-
in here like.
He was just in a relationship with a woman who slept with all his friends. And he didn't bring that to you. He didn't bring that to you at all. He was just he didn't think I'm not gonna bring her around. Boom, boom, boom. Nah, last Jones just a thought. She was just for the team. She exposed herself.
And again, it's on
Boom, boom,
delivery
boom.
because it wouldn't have been wrong for him not to feel like that. He cannot bring his girl around
No,
other friends. And
but
what do he say? I ain't jealous. It's the principle now.
Yeah.
Like the only friend should be akin to you now. Like, what's up? So in that way, I get that too.
But that's on her
that's
side. You know what I'm saying? He talking about in his perspective as a man. Like, let's say the girl, let's say the girlfriend got drunk or blah blah blah, and she ended up sleeping with one of his mans and shit. Boom, boom. So now him and his man's not cool. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just saying. Now him and his man's not cool, and him and that girl broke up. He's still cool with all his other men. He not like fuck all my other men because that one nigga. And now he come to this relationship. He not saying she about to fuck all my other men just because that one junk fuck one of my other men. Like, he left all that in the past.
What I'm saying is he wouldn't be wrong to feel as if for maybe even in the beginning of this situation where I'm not going to bring her around for a minute. I am going to feel her out. I am going to take better precaution from what I've experienced before. And then that may be maybe a wrong way for some of the females, maybe delivery to be on that. But again, that may be their way too. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to feel him out first. I'm gonna make sure he know this too and ABC. So even if he was that way, he wouldn't be wrong to be that way. Now granted, most niggas wouldn't be like that. They'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna see what it is. But again, you don't want to keep being repetitive in that way too, and just being trusting all the time with every person, because that's how you just keep fucking around with them fucking around and get
I guess what I'm saying is this, like, a lot of those things, like once you get into a situation, right, you create a checklist, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm not letting this happen again, I'm not letting this happen again, I'm not letting this happen again, I'm not gonna let this happen again, right? Okay, so everybody got that checklist, right? So now in the next situation, I'm not about to run off my checklist to the person, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, look, boom, boom, before you let you know the boom, boom, I'm going to treat them the same way I said last person, and then as they go on, if something comes out, I'm just going to check it off the checklist. And then that's a personal thing. I don't have to, see, a lot of times you speak into existence. If you speak that negativity directly onto a situation, you could kill the vibe. You know what I'm saying? You got them personal things, like something happened to you in the past, boom, boom, cool. You hold on to that. You got that list on you, boom, boom. The next person that come around, you don't got like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be doing this, you know what I'm saying? Almost like the girl on the Ink Master jump, you know what I'm saying? Let's say she was like that because the last person who tattooed her was an asshole, but then you came in there and you treated this other man mean like this, and he ain't even that type of dude.
And again, then I think it still becomes a thing of delivery and communication, because instead of me coming like, oh, you ain't about to be like this and whoop whoop whoop, it can be like, well, I've been in situations where yada yada, I think this should be that. Make sure you let me know if this ABC, because if not, I may think this, as opposed to like, oh, you ain't do this, and so you ain't call, so I thought, you know what I'm saying? And again,
but now, so you came in like that, and even though you said it nicely and calm, now you treating this man again. You putting the last person's issues onto this next man. You didn't let this man come and say, hey, how you doing? This is how I operate. If you let me know what you need, I'll move. Like, he's probably already ready to say this to you, but you chopped him down. Now you're telling him how to do his job. That still kills the vibe. Whether you said it nicely or not, It don't need to be said. Go in there and be nice. Hey, how you doing? Have the conversation. Allow him to say what he gonna say. Let him get out what he got to say, or see how that person is gonna vibe or this, that, and the third, and be like, okay, boom. And then you can go into your spiel. Whether you say it nicely or not, it's still a dick move to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bring old shit into new shit. You can still have your checklist, and you still don't let nobody fuck you over or double cross you and shit. But you check that shit off in your head. Don't put negative energy into spaces where it don't need to be, because you don't know what this person is dealing with. You don't know that type of anxiety or whatnot, because then it just messes up the chemical balance of the situation. You know what I'm saying? It definitely can. You know what I'm saying? It just ruin it. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like, damn. I was gonna tell her she could tell me whatever. Boom, boom, boom. She ain't to do this or well, all right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Boom. Now the vibe is different. You know what I'm saying? Vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't have, regardless of whatever, and that's definitely understandable that people go through things in the past. But when you bring that negative vibe into those situations, now you're putting that pressure. Is it whether putting the pressure on the next person to make sure they don't do or didn't do or say something, boom, boom. Now it's the vibe is still off. The vibe is off.
I mean, it's definitely pressure, but then that can go both ways too. Now it might be not as big for a man as for a woman, and vice versa. But there are situations where you come in not maybe expecting, so to speak, or maybe like some unwritten rules where some things like, oh yeah, well, I know that such and such may have done this, or some things you just kind of subconsciously get used to over time that you don't really think about that you're expecting or not expecting for that person to do. Now, maybe you just might not be that person to say something, but that person may be that one to vocalize more. Now, is it always correct to be that way? No, but like you need to. They need to know too, and again, I guess that still just comes back to communication also, because you don't want to, again, be a fool in that way either, of being someone to be repetitive with things and like just off a whim. Now I'm going to just totally entrust and
no, and that's not what, again, that's not what I'm saying either. I'm saying is like, okay, I got a tattoo last time. Last time I got a tattoo, the Bama was late. The nigga was rude. He didn't. I wanted it this way and it didn't go that way, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, boom. Okay, so now I got all this in my head. All right, so now I walk in the tattoo parlor, and the dude say, as soon as I walk in, I'm like, yo, what's up? Boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm being aggressive. Because of the last person, boom, because the last person did like this, instead of me just walking in, and the guy letting them say, hey, what's going on, how you, boom, boom. So now I'm like, okay, this person not rude. If I come in, hey, boom, boom, now I've created a vibe that may or may not have, you know what I'm saying, be there. Okay, so now this person is, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, man, yeah, because the last dude was late, you know what I'm saying, like, whole time, like, I'm not late, I'm right here, you know what I'm saying. So now, like, you've already put all that into it. So now the guy, before the guy, he would say, so what you interested in, you like, this what I want, and I don't want it no other way, because boom, boom, was like, it's unnecessary. Like allow that man to conduct his business. Now when he draws something you don't like, you don't let him put that on you. Say, nah, I would prefer it be like boom, boom. You still have it your way, but it's the way that you approach it and the way that you know what I'm saying. Like you say,
it still goes back to that.
You can still be vocal, but it's exactly. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
To be overwhelming to a man to be like, oh, I got this, I don't need boo. It could come off better. And but I think that's what we were coming to that about where it's like what way to deliver that to where you can still be that independent person, but like don't let it be to where a point where it's pushing me away that you're that way. Because
I could just imagine a man coming to a situation and being like, yeah. Woo, 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 and you gonna dress like this because my last girl, boom, boom, boom. You see, no, like it's immediate. It's like, or I ain't gonna. You gonna make sure you answer the phone and woo, 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 cause I ain't boom, boom. Yeah, you see, it's like no, a man can't go into a situation like that, but a woman go into a situation immediately like that.
Come on now, ain't no girl going into it like, oh yeah, you need to call me at 7:01 when you get in, and I know that you was going these many miles and you got this much on the fucking meter thing, like now, come on.
But what I'm saying is, okay, so, but what I'm saying is in the sense
the
of
dick
like,
must be awesome, okay, because I'm checking too then.
But what I'm saying is like, the last dude was a cheater, right? So to say this man last girlfriend was a cheater. So you come so when y'all first get to y'all get to talking, and then conversation come up about the cell phones, and then you next thing you know, you just randomly set your phone down, but it's face down, and then now he like, yeah, cause my last girl, woo woo, and you know what I'm saying, I ain't for that shit, boom boom. But I'm not that bitch, boo woo. That's exactly how women gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? That's so. But men don't go into situations like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how women usually go into situations with men. Like they just boom. I'm just gonna hit you boom. First off, and I say that and I do that in the regular because I'm a barber as well. So think about how many people come in the barbershop and it's just like, yeah, you sure you could cut? Because the last nigga that I cut my hair fucked my line up. I'm not the last nigga. No, I wasn't. I'm not him. I ain't never been him. I don't even know who he is. And if you got this type of issue with this nigga, go back and argue with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You coming in here, your hairline still pushed back, and you want me to fix it. You know what I'm saying? See, like you need me, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying?
And see, again, I think those are again approaches or deliveries on both sides, because I could have just been to 6 motherfucking barbers in the last week to get this one motherfucking line up, and I keep losing my hairline. Now I'm at you, and I'm to the point where now I'm just like, yeah, because the last nigga, I'm just not even. Hate to have come off that way to like now I'm being a bitch, but like yeah, because the last niggas did such. You like, well, I ain't that last nigga, and now we're into this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely just approaches on each part, but don't let me feel like I'm not obligated to at least feel like yeah, I got this. Now it shouldn't come off like I don't need you, but I do want you to know that I got it too. Like, like yeah, come on now.
You could have got a nasty burger at this McDonald's.
Wait, where we going?
went to the next McDonald's and the burger was nasty. By the third McDonald's, as you walking inside, who's cooking the burgers? Come out here. How long you been cooking? How long you been in McDonald's? You cook burgers at home too? Cause the last couple burgers I got at the other McDonald's, you're not doing that. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. They cook your steak wrong at this steakhouse. The next steakhouse you going to, you're not saying, where's the chef? Bring the chef out here right now. I need to know how long he been cooking. I need to know how long he been doing this. What kind of steaks is it that he prefer? I'm saying, like, no, you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like, first off, if you done went 4 people in 4 days and they keep pushing your shit, you need to just stop. You need to start. You need to just hold on, let all that grow back so we can redo it. But that's the thing. What I'm saying is like, man, if you gonna have issues or you don't bring the same, and it's a way to bring that vibe into it. Ask for some pictures. You know what I'm saying? Do you got pictures?
Definitely deliveries in that. Yeah. I think that's the major thing with that. So again, I feel him, but I know with a woman could have perceive what he was saying wrong, as if to say like, hold up, so now because I'm independent, now because I'm doing my own thing, I'm gonna be lonely. Like, nigga, fuck you then. I'd rather be lonely and with my vibrator than you know, and then as opposed to you thinking I need you. Like, I don't need you.
No, and it may not even be like that. It may be a lot of shit. And another thing, right? And this is another thing that I know, because I know this is something that me and you deal with, where like, you might be doing something, but I might want you to do something. Like, I might want you to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be cleaning up, and I want you to come lay down with me, right? You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna come lay down with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You that focusing the boom boom. So that's on a minuscule level. So let's say this Trick Daddy situation. Let's say it's a woman and she's traveling, she's doing her thing, she's modeling, she's busting move, boom, boom, boom. And he fucking with her. He digging her hard. He like, man, I just want you to just chill with me, boom, boom, for a second. Blah, 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 blah. You like, nah, I gotta go get this money, because I don't need no nigga to depend on me, boom, boom. It's like, no, it ain't even about that. Like, man, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that. And those are OC ways to say, like, okay.
But you gotta look at it in the perspective of, this is a celebrity talking when he talking to another female, he talking to a female about, you know what I'm saying? So when you get into his perspective, like, it could be like, yeah, like, a woman might be like so into her craft or so into her shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, a man, different between like something a lot of times between a man, a woman can talk a man out of doing what the fuck he doing. Like, the nigga be like, man, I'm about to go shoot some hoops, and she be like, nah, baby, come.
Because that's for the pussy. You try and get a nut, and then you'll go.
But see, that's another. But then that's another. But at the end of the day, that's where a man's mindset is different from when even though that man still might need to work on his jumper, you still need boom boom. He like, man, I'm about to chill with Slim. Where as a woman is like, man, fuck that. I can deal with that nigga later. I'm gonna keep on this, boom boom. And that's where he's like, that's where the two independent come in too, because it's like, man, I'm not. This ain't even like Trick Daddy might be in the sense like, man, I could pay you for woo woo woo, but like it ain't even about boom boom. It's like it's not even about the money to him neither. He just wants the time. He's trying to figure out.
And I get that. And again, these are some like real drastic of ways to tie it in. But like think about it like this too. If this nigga. If I go through this here and I done built this business, I done established, ABC or whatever on my own, and then now you come and you like, yeah, I just want you to spend this time with Whoop. Now she kind of get off her game, whatnot. If you up and leave the day of tomorrow, now I'm fucked because I for a couple nuts in this peen time, I done fucked up my shit. Now I gotta maybe either start over or work harder or do ABC to get back on my shit if he do end up rolling
but that's
or whatnot.
But you going into it, but again,
you gotta remember too, those background familiar times where, again, I gotta make sure, because you are man, you can't get out there and go get this shit. A woman, I had to work a little bit harder to get A, B, and C. So now I'm about to get off my game for some dick. This nigga up and leave the day of tomorrow. Then now what? Now, bitch, you dumb. You dumb. Now, because you back at square one because you wanted some nut.
No.
Get your shit up. Let that nigga know I don't need you. I don't need him, okay? And then, have enough room to get the nut and go back to work.
No,
now.
See, that's the problem. See, y'all waiting on the nigga to roll out. Nigga
don't get me started now. Y'all see I was calm this whole 46 minutes. I've been real.
Nigga ain't planning on going nowhere.
I just been real the whole time. Now don't get me started now, because the nigga will definitely make you feel like, oh, bitch, I can leave the day tomorrow. Oh, and go. Because I'm paying my own motherfucking bills. Oh, y'all got me turned up now. Must be in the cup. She must be at the bottom of the cup now. Because what? Because what? Now, I could go both ways. Y'all see this whole time I've been on your side. I've been on your side. I know what you've been talking about. But now I'm going to be like, what the fuck they talking about? Because I know y'all been wanting me to really say what the fuck y'all been wanting me to say out this motherfucking nigga. I got my coins already. Don't come in this motherfucking thinking like, oh, if I roll the day of tomorrow, this bitch going to be out on her own. She going to be rolling out. Sometimes niggas be off that shit though. Now again, you are different in a lot of ways with niggas, but most niggas that we done been in contact to, them niggas be off that shit. Now don't think that you coming into this shit like, oh, I'm needing you. If I roll the deal tomorrow, this bitch gonna be on her ass. The fuck is you talking about? I had this shit before you came in this motherfucking shit, so don't think if you leave tomorrow that I won't have. Okay, you better be safe enough for that rainy day Noah's Ark out here. Stop playing with me.
They ain't even playing. They ain't even thought about leaving.
See, now y'all didn't turn me up now.
See, I was
real whole hourly therapy session quiet.
But nah, you see,
now I'm on my shit because I don't want you to and that's too much, right? Because now he feeling like, I can roll right. I see that. But you gotta feel where we coming from. So I'm just giving y'all both. I'm giving y'all both because I do need my man. Okay, he needs to stay. Fuck that. I ain't gonna be lonely. Fucking y'all talk about. But I'm being real too, because there are a lot of situations where these niggas make it feel like, oh, bitch, you this, that, and the third. Man, they ain't got shit. She boop boop got these kids and all this, or whatever the case. Even if she don't have no kids, you know what I'm saying? But don't make us feel as if you have to be there. Like, we cannot do this shit without you. Kids or not, we gonna make this shit happen. And don't make us feel less of that because now you're here. No, I was still independent before you got here too. That's just all that we're saying in both ways. So sorry, I'm going to tone it back down now. Calm down.
All I know is, if a man get into a relationship, he don't get into a relationship and be like, I'm going to be in the joint for a little second. I'm going to slide up out of the joint.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Depending on if it's getting cold, bitches, okay, sometimes they come through for the winter months. Comment down below because you already know. Don't get me started. I can write
those don't be real relationships.
Niggas you got, and that's for the winter time.
Those don't be real relationships. Y'all ain't asking the right questions. That nigga answered the right questions to get himself in the house.
My point is, it's just still niggas like that. So again, now she didn't counter the nigga like that, and you ain't that nigga, but now you here. I gotta filter you out first. We gotta, you know, make it work. Make it work.
Listen, fellas. Just like women say, they got a nigga that fix cars. They got the nigga that cut the grass. They got the nigga that help out on the bills, and they got the nigga that they just talk to do everything they ask for them. And they got
the nigga that come up that's gonna spark you up. The nigga that's gonna take you out to eat. What's up? That's
gonna drop the wood off.
Drop the dick off. Okay, delivering the pain. Okay.
Fellas have the same thing. We have
the same thing. Of course. We ain't no fools. We know that. So again, now you both are going into these situations where you got a one for this, one for that, one for that. I need to know which one is you or which you trying to do. What is you trying to do?
No, because
I'm on it now. What's up? I'm up. I woke up now. Now I'm up.
No, because none of the fellas know.
Now I am up.
None of them fellas know that they that fella. None of them know that they the nigga that just do them certain things. So why do the women need to know they the woman that do the certain things? You know what I'm saying? So you might be.
Most times, bitches don't know that I'm maybe 1, 2, 3 side honey A, B, and C. I may not know that either. Just like you don't know you motherfucking weed Wallace. But
that's what I'm saying.
Just like a tree in the phone.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You need to figure out who you is. Cause you dealing with the wrong. You dealing with the wrong. You the motherfucker. You the one that know how to cook real good. You know what I'm saying? So he just come through getting plays.
Sup, babe?
You know what I'm saying? But you thinking you the one, and you not the one. You not the one or the two. You know what I'm saying?
So the only one is trying to be the only one. That I remember that one. God damn, what is that other Drake quote? I'm coming with it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna figure it out.
I said that.
What Drake quote? I know you something. It's fine. I ain't saying that you need me.
I said that.
I can't think of it. I can't. I'm gonna put it in though. But again, yes. Now you just gotta remember too. We come from hard motherfucking times, hard knock life out this bitch, and I don't want you to come in here, get me off my game, looking all fine, smelling all good and stuff, dropping that motherfucking wood off. Then I get off my shit. Now I ain't going to work. Now I keep calling out. Now I'm all sick and shit. Now I lose my job. Then the next motherfucking bitch come along and you gone. Now I'm back at square one, looking dumb at my house with the goddamn kids. Hell fucking no, bitch. Keep your shit and keep some points in the bank, okay?
Sometimes you a number 3 trying to have a number 1 conversation. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you a number 8 trying to have.
That's why I say again, it's all fun and games. It's serious too. I'm definitely not being facetious on some shit, but definitely communication is key. Just you need to be open about shit. We need to be knowing what's what, okay? Because she came through, she got some food, she got fucked, she knew what's up. Okay, know what's up. Oh, that was another Drake. Oh, I'm just running with a painter. Okay, just know your status. This is over. Okay, bye.